Next Harriman drive. Here we go. It's getting to get good. Keener sets up the screen pass to Farmer. I'm going to say it. Farmer plows up the field.
Couldn't resist.
Okay. 71-yard catch and run. Mustangs within a 1-point lead with only 5:45 left to play. Brighton would then put together this drive, taking 5 minutes off the clock, and it's capped off with Jensen's 5th TD of the night, 41-36. Brighton has the lead with 41 seconds left. Hold on there, boys and girls. We still have time for Harriman. Keener trying to make something special happen. Austin Muramoto put the Mustangs deep in Brighton territory. Here we go. It comes down to this, the final play of the game. Keener, end zone, incomplete ball game. What a wild back and forth game this was. Bengals come out with a 41-36 win. Bengals play the winner of Jordan and Pleasant Grove. Jordan jumping out to a 14-0 lead. Clay Moss got a couple of blocks, and they're not going to catch him. 67 yards for a touchdown. Pleasant Grove, though, would answer with 21 straight points. Then, the end around. It works. Coleman Edwards.
Touchdown.
Touchdown. Then the Vikings take the lead in the second quarter. Jeremiah Evans to Spencer Romney. Fights his way in the end zone. It's 21-14 Pleasant Grove. Jordan would answer with 3 touchdowns right before the half. Kafensis in from 9 yards out. Jordan led 34-21 at the break. Pleasant Grove trying to rally here in the second half. Down 20 in the third. Ball tipped into the arms of Malik Overstreet.
It's touchdown.
Touchdown, but the Vikings could not slow down the Jordan offense. Kafensis, 456 yards of total offense, 5 touchdowns. That's Mr. Football from a year ago. Jordan and Brighton next week in the semis.
That's a great matchup. Now, Lone Peak stunned Syracuse in the first round in a home quarterfinal game against Alta. The Hawks beat Lone Peak in week 2. Knights flipped the script in the playoffs. What a play by Lone Peak quarterback Baron Gaikowski, giving the Knights a 13-3 lead. Lone Peak led 20-6 in the third quarter when Gaikowski does it again. He ran 30 yards to gain 12, but it's a touchdown. Knights turning this game into a blowout. Carson Lillenquist picks off Chipper Lucero, and he's going to return it 30 yards for a touchdown. One of 2 interceptions in the game for Carson. 34-6 in the third quarter, and Gaikowski, he also threw a pair of touchdown passes to Dylan Murdoch. What a catch. Lone Peak forces 4 turnovers, and with the win, they reach the semifinal for the 4th consecutive year. They get the winner of Riverton and number 1 Bingham. Miners find the end zone first. Scott Nichols is having a heck of a year. Finds the edge, gets to the sideline, and he's going to go 72 yards for the touchdown. Bingham takes an early 7-0 lead. Later in the first quarter, Riverton will even the score. Bingham passing, Caden Jones intercepting. 30 yards for the touchdown, and Riverton's thinking upset. But that was one of the few mistakes made by the Miners. Kyle Gehrig rolling out finds Colton Livingston for the 13-yard touchdown. And how about some more Scott Nichols? 273 yards and 3 touchdowns. The Miners are in the semifinals for the 7th time in 8 years. It's Bingham and Lone Peak Friday at Rice-Eccles Stadium at 6:30. You can watch this game on Comcast High School Football Rewind.
All right, Logan Grizzlies finished the regular season 10-0, ranked 2nd in 4A, and look to be one of the few teams that could challenge East or Timpview for a state title. But they would have to beat Olympus yesterday in the quarters without their star quarterback Chase Nilsson, suspended after being ejected from the first-round game a week ago for what is being called an attempted kick on an opponent. That goes under the fighting rule. Titans and the Grizzlies going at it yesterday in Logan. There's Chase on the sideline, emotional support only on this Friday. Things not going well for his replacement, junior Kincaid Wildman. Picked off by Jeff Falatoy. 18-yard return. Titans up 7-0 early. Olympus already. Coleman Meyer would add on to that right here. In for the touchdown. Titans up a couple of TDs early. Second quarter, Cooper Draper breaking through the line, and it could go all the way. Okay, to the 4-yard line. But Meyer would punch it in after that, go up 20-0. Logan needs something to happen and needs it quickly. The replacement, Kincaid Wildman. Slips out, fires, touchdown. 20-7 at the half. Grizzlies right back in it in the third quarter. Taylor Compton, 9-yard slant, 20-14. Logan starting to come back now. Olympus puts up 3 more points. It's a 2-possession ball game. D-ball, how about that?
Wow.
Tipped. And Hartman Rector got it for the 40-yard touchdown. Grizz only down 3. Couple minutes left. Logan needs a prayer. Wildman, not answered. Picked off. Olympus holds on to win 23-20. Olympus moving on to play the winner of Corner Canyon and East. First quarter, first drive for East. Malachi Solovey. Screen pass, and he will be gone. Yes, he will. 60 yards, touchdown. Leopards up 7-0 early. Next drive for East, it's Solovey again. This time on the reverse. You know, if you're going to concentrate too much on Ula Tulatau, this guy's going to get you. East out to a 14-0 lead. On the kickoff, though. Coming up next, Jake Cahoon. Kabai. That's a 95-yard return for a touchdown. That cuts the lead to 14-7. But East would come back. Remember that one guy?
There he is.
Tulatau, headed for Wisconsin. Heads for the end zone right there. East would dominate in this one to move on. 59-10.
Woods Cross 10-1 hosting Salem Hills, first quarterfinal in school history for the Skyhawks. We'll begin in the second quarter. Woods Cross quarterback Clay Kidman going to the end zone, and he finds Gavin Moore for the touchdown, and Woods Cross has a 7-0 lead. Salem Hills would come right back to tie the game. Chad Peterson pumps once, fakes everyone out, and hits Gunnar Gusson for a 30-yard touchdown to tie the game up. Right before half, Tomasi Giles is in from 2 yards out, and the Wildcats take the 14-7 lead. Fourth quarter, more from Tomasi Giles. He had a heck of a game. Just trucking kids. He's into the end zone for another score. He pushes the Wildcats into the semifinals, their first trip to Rice-Eccles Stadium since 1993. Woods Cross gets the winner of Skyview and Timpview, a rematch from week 1. Timpview up 7-0 in the second quarter. Make it 14-0. Quarterback Britton Covey. He's gone. 38 yards for the touchdown. Down 28-10 in the third quarter, Skyview tries to rally Braxton Goddard, finds Corey Mortensen for the 10-yard touchdown. Timpview answers with Britton Covey. He can throw the ball to 31 yards for Rhett Van Leeuwen and another touchdown. Then Covey puts the game away with another run. Timpview now 34-4 in home playoff games. The defending champs are going back to Rice-Eccles Stadium. You can also watch this game on Comcast High School Football Rewind. The Dixie Flyers won the 3A state championship last year, but thanks to realignment, they're now vying for the first 3AA state championship. Flyers taking on region foe Cedar. In the quarterfinals, they would strike first when Amantakau lets one fly, and it lands in the hands of Tanner Webster. He fights his way into the end zone for the score. Cedar, though, led 14-7 in the second quarter. Dixie would tie it up just before the half. Andy Apple wins the tip drill. What a catch. Let's go to the second half, where the Flyers will take control. Wait for it, wait for it. Yeah, there's the pitch. We're going the other way. Drew Batchelor on the reverse. And he's going to take off down the sideline for a 57-yard touchdown. Now the defense, they're getting a little jealous. They want to score too. So Braxton Ibsen snags the ball out of the air, and he takes it the other way. Dixie wins big. They're going back to Rice-Eccles Stadium to face the winner of Desert Hills and Stansbury for the second time in 3 years. Stansbury hosting Desert Hills in the quarterfinal. Stansbury led 14-10 at the half. The Thunder take the lead when Bridger Cowden makes a great play and a great run for the score. Now Stansbury driving, the pass is tipped, and Bridger Cowden with a great diving interception, getting it done on both sides of the ball. They take advantage of the turnover. Nick Wormsley's in from 9 yards out, and Desert Hills is in. They win at Stansbury again. They're in the semifinals for the third consecutive year. They will face rival Dixie on Friday morning.
All right, Juan Diego may be the Flyers' stiffest competition in this tournament, so Soaring Eagle hosting Snow Canyon in the quarter. Second quarter, now Snow Canyon with a little trickery. Warner Rigby, Zach Kennedy, 35 yards, 14-7. There, your next play. Cameron Hansen takes the kickoff. Cameron Hansen. Kind of reminds you of that NFL films way back before you were born, Jeremiah, with the Raiders. Fourth quarter, Cole Nelson, Gabe Colosimo. Check out that one-hander.
Wow.
31-yard touchdown. Juan Diego wins 42-28, and they'll meet the winner of Pineview and Hurricane. And here we go. Hurricane thinking upset here. Adelaide Elison finds Cody LeBaron for the 12-yard touchdown. It was 14-13 Hurricane. Second quarter, Jeremiah Aremia plowing his way in for the touchdown. Hurricane leads 21-13. The Panthers would come back in a big way. Lano Tiatia, 1-yarder. He's in, tied at 21. Cody Wilstead, Jake Bangerter, 10 yards, touchdown. Pineview now leads 28-21. Pineview, huge second half coming up. Caden Krieger. Interception. Let's go the other way. How about we go the other way, all the way? 30-yard return. Pineview wins it big. Told you they had a big second half. 63-28 is your final. All right, in the 3A title game, Judge looks to be the favorite on paper, but all four in the semis are very capable contenders in this one to see who goes and has a chance for the title. First 3A semi was yesterday, Judge and Juab. First half, Juab, we got a halfback pass. Dalton Harmon to Dedrick Davidson. We're all tied at 7. After Judge scored to take a 6-point lead, back comes Davidson for Juab. Got a convoy. Breaker on 9. We got ourselves a convoy. That's an 80-yard touchdown run. We're tied at 13. Then Judge would start to pull away. Caden Ellis. Looking and finding Braden Pelly. Bulldogs back up by 7 at the half. Start of the third quarter, Juab forcing a punt, but then they muffed it. Catch, and Judge would recover. That would set up Mark Barnett. Boy, he's had a good year. Yeah. Judge with 21 points in the second half to beat Juab 41-20 to move into next week's 3A championship game against the winner of Manti and Morgan.
And that game is in progress right now. Trojans and Templars playing in Cedar. Manti blocks the Morgan punt. They're going to recover it at the 1. The next play, Jared Sheese finishes it off, and the Templars quickly up 7-0.
Sheese, he's big.
She's good. To the second quarter, and Sheese again. Now up 14-0, Manti. Pulling off an upset here, a mild upset. Morgan finally got rolling, though. Ben Saunders to Bridger Stredbeck, and that cuts the lead to 14-7. Morgan forced a turnover and then takes advantage. Cade Kerrigan takes it in. Trojans would try the 2-point conversion but failed. So right now the score is tied at 20 in the fourth quarter. We'll have highlights of this one coming up tonight on Sports Beat. We knew that we would have a new 2A champion this year as Manti, who won it last season, moved up to 3A. So that left it wide open for the final 4 teams. Number 1 South Summit taking on Beaver at Southern Utah University to kick off the 2A semifinals. Not looking good here. Early miscues. But Beaver could not take advantage. The Wildcats make them pay in the second quarter. Ty Jones gets into the end zone to give South Summit a 7-0 lead. Wildcats keep the momentum. Check out the hit coming up here shortly. That hurts.
Ow. Ow.
Beaver's Chance Brown lives to tell the tale. South Summit, they get it into the end zone.
Jordan
and they let it to half. Nice play there. Beaver comes out fighting in the third quarter. Casey Hutchins goes for the end zone. Dylan Smith is there, and it's a 1-score game, 14-7, South Summit. Now let's go to the fourth quarter. Beaver needs a stop. And look who bats the ball down. Chance Brown.
He took a chance and won.
Still playing, still hanging in there. South Summit misses the field goal. Beaver can still tie it. 43 seconds left. And South Summit knocks the ball down. The pass is incomplete, and South Summit holds on for the win. They'll meet the winner of Grandin North Summit at Weber State next Saturday.
All right, Grand North Summit. Red Devils jumping out fast. Coy Cook, 7-0 lead. They're not finished. First quarter, Cook again. It's 14-0. Red Devils pretty much taking it to the Braves here again. It's Cook. If you're counting, that's 3. 21-0. All right, a moment of pride here for North Summit. Taylor Hale breaks free. Taylor Hale, he's gone. Where is he? Is he? No?
Oh, no.
Oh, no. But hang on! No, he got it for a touchdown. He got it for a touchdown. It's 28-7 at the half, but that really, the ground game for, that spread offense for Grant, that's pretty good. Red Devils would dominate this one the entire way. They move on to the state finals, 34-13. All right, 1A, Duchesne Eagles keep on winning. They owned a state record 45-game winning streak coming in, and of course they're the favorite for a 4th consecutive 1A championship. Duchesne meeting Diamond Ranch in the semis yesterday. Game was tied at 7 in the second quarter. Duchesne's Matt Dye with a lesson on how to follow your blockers. Okay, that's pretty tasty right there. 26 yards. Diamond Ranch, though, would take the lead here. Braden Burnside, Saxon Mingus. Diamond's back on top, 14-13, thinking upset, but before you can say upset, Duchesne would respond with 28 unanswered. This is Matt Muir. He is gone. Duchesne will play for state championship for the 5th straight year.
Who will they play? The winner of Rich and Kanab. And Rich wasn't messing around in the second quarter. McKay Jarman going deep. Jaden Valentine is wide open, and he makes the catch. It's a 76-yard touchdown. What a play. Kanab, though, would answer later in the quarter. Aaron Foster scores from 2 yards out. The game was tied at 6 at the half. Third quarter, Kanab takes the lead. Davin Houston scores. The extra point is good, and the Cowboys up 13-6. Rich cuts the lead to 1 in the third. Joseph Leifson takes the pitch and scores. It was 13-12 Kanab until late in the fourth quarter. Rich needs to make some plays, and they do. Deep in their own territory, Jarman airs it out to Leifson, a 41-yard gain. 1 minute left in the game. Jarman rolls out right, looks left, going for the end zone. Valentine goes up and makes the catch. How's that for a game winner? Rich survives a scare from Kanab, and once again, Duchesne and Rich will play for the 1A title next Saturday at Weber State.
Those two have met in the championship game 3 of the last 4 years, Duchesne winning twice. And Rich gave him a pretty good run this year.
The first game time they played this year, it went down to the fourth quarter. It should be a great game.
Yeah, Duchesne needed an interception return for a touchdown to get that win, so that should be fun. So, all right, a couple of state championship games next week, and a couple of semifinals. It's going to be quite a week coming up in high school football. I'm excited about it. All right, it's time now to honor our primetime performers for this past week. Jeremiah, long list, and it's getting harder and harder to choose just a few here in the playoffs.
Hey, only the best of the best left playing right now, so a lot of choices. So we have somebody twisted our arm, so we had to do this. So our list has to begin with Scott Nichols, a big running back with a monster performance, helping the Miners beat Riverton for a 10th straight time and advance to the semifinals for the 7th time in 8 years. That's very impressive. 26 carries, 273 yards, and 3 touchdowns in the 43-10 victory over Riverton.
All right, well, we got a running quarterback here as well. Drew Jensen, you saw it earlier. Brighton, he had 143 yards, and he had 5 touchdowns, including the game winner with 41 seconds left, sending Brighton to the semis for the first time since Mike Haig left those guys in 2005.
And he's still playing college football. How about that? Austin Kofensis is having another great season. He was terrific Friday, completing 23 of 33 passes for 316 yards and a touchdown. He also rushed for 140 yards and 4 touchdowns. Jordan beat Pleasant Grove 62-42. The Beat Diggers in the semifinals for the 4th straight year.
Okay, those are your primetime performers. We'll be right back. All right, Jeremiah, we had a lot of memorable moments from this week in high school football playoffs.
Certainly was. There wasn't a lot of close games, but there were plenty of great plays. Here's the best of the best from 18 playoff games. The Friday night highlight reel brought to you by Brett Brown Toyota.
Bending over backwards. right, that's some
Wow.
of the best there, and let's do it all again next week.
Why not? And it's going to be even better up at Rice Eccles Stadium.